Well, fourth and fifth graders, we're gonna finish up your optical illusions today. I would like you to finish up doing any of the warm colors first. Please make sure whether you're using colored pencil or crayon that you're pressing it on hard around those edges and then shade it in a little more lightly. And I'm gonna color it, skip it, color it, and then skip it. Please do a really neat job, otherwise I will ask you to erase it, or I might ask you to use a black colored pencil to put some of your lines back in. So I've got all my warm ones done, and then I'm going to finish up the cool ones. So this purple is my cool color, and I'm gonna do the same thing. The cool ones definitely take longer than the warm ones because they're darker. So take your time, press it on hard around those edges. That's definitely something I'm looking for. And then shade it in a little more lightly. I am going kind of fast because I want this example to not take as long so you can have more work time. So please don't think you need to go this fast, but work my way all the way to the inside. As you're working on it, I would like you thinking about what sort of mix you're gonna end up doing. Are you gonna do, like on your warm ones, maybe I'm just gonna use 2 different kinds of yellow. Or I could think about what's next to yellow on the color wheel, which is orange, and that's what you can probably see I've already started. So once all of those ones are done, then I'm going to mix, and I've chosen to do, I'm gonna brush off any of that crayon that's on there. I'm gonna mix some of this orange into my yellow. And I'm noticing maybe this one, I could probably go with a lighter orange. It'll mix better because then they won't be so close together. I might use 2. I might do this one first. That's kind of a light orange. And then I might take a little bit of a darker orange to put it in there. And in order to even this out, I'm gonna take a little bit of this yellow and I'm gonna put it back into this just to make those edges more clean. So sometimes you gotta go back over and color it more than once. And then that transition looks a little smoother. Now once I do all of the mixing on all the oranges, don't do any mixing onto the purple ones until every one of these yellow ones has orange on it. Then if you have time, you can go back and you can do a mix on the other one. So I could do 2 different colors of purple, do a dark purple and a light purple. I've chosen to do purple, and I'm gonna mix it with blue because blue and purple are right next to each other on the color wheel. I've already said this, but important to know, you're gonna need to probably go back and color that purple edge again. It takes a lot longer to mix onto these darker, cool colors because I can still see some of the white paper underneath. So I'll go back and fix those up. Press that on. So then I'm gonna come back with that purple, fill in any of those white spots and overlap that blue a little bit. It does probably take less time if I just use 2 different purples, but if I go to a different color, then it takes a little bit more effort to get them to blend nicely, okay? I'm gonna show you this other one too, if you're using, so let's just pretend this is done. I got a little more mixing to do. But with this one, if you end up doing something like black and you do a mix, if you don't have a white, I will give you a white, so then you can mix white into your black. But you could also do black and blue, you could do black and gray, you could do black and purple, but I would definitely do all the blacks last. Last thing, if you needed to, If you have any lines, most of us won't do this, but if needed and you have a line that's covered up, you can raise your hand, I'll give you a black colored pencil, and you can fix up any of these lines that may have gotten covered up when you were coloring it, just to make sure everything looks like your best. So a couple of those lines in here got covered, and that would be the final thing to do. So let's do that on this edge. All right, so let's have fun working on these illusions. Please color them carefully so it makes that two-dimensional paper look 3D.